Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. I'm here with Ace and Mark Sherry and our special guest, Danny Bernini. I'm David Sokol. You just heard Martin Sexton do it daily from a collection called The Mixtape of the Open Road. Before Martin Sexton, we heard the Ware River Club from their amazing album, Cathedral, a track called Long Way Down. And we started the set with Matt Hebert from the Ware River Club, a song from his Where the Heart Beats Slow album. Track is called Gateway Drug.
Martin Sexton, by the way, he was just around here doing some shows too, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he was doing some of the pandemic shows. Yeah, I've been actually working on a new record with him that we just started a little less than a month ago, which is coming out really ridiculously awesome. I'm super excited for it.
So that Do It Daily song, is there anything in particular about that song that our listeners would be interested in hearing?
Yeah, I mean, that song in particular, first of all, watching Martin sing in the studio is the most ridiculous thing that anybody gets to do for a job. Honestly, Paul, my business partner, and I, a couple of weeks ago, were listening to Martin sing and just looking at each other like, geez, this is just crazy how good he is. And every time he goes into the studio to record a song, it sounds like a completely different song. That's like, he's very jazzy about it, and like he might do a pass that has a completely different bridge that wasn't in there the time before. Just amazing the control that he has over his voice and his instrument. It's really amazing. And so for that song in particular, I remember there's like a barbershop quartet in the song, and Martin went out and did the entire thing himself. It's like 8 different parts. And and he would basically go out and he told me to name each of the tracks a different name and remind him, which one was which when we were going between them. And every single voice was completely different. It sounded like a different person. He would start talking like that person, and then he would say, "Take me to Bob's track." He'd go to Bob's track, and he'd start singing like that person. They have different accents and different tones. And when it all got put together, it sounds like there's 8 people singing in the room. It's really
cool.
That's awesome.
Then before that, Ware River Club, that was a wonderful track too.
Yeah, so Ware River Club is, one of my favorite bands from the area of all time. I've made 3 records with them. They're family. They're super close friends of mine. We made those records out at Longview Farm, started them at Longview Farm a long time ago, and then the most recent one, Cathedral, was done at SpiritHouse in Northampton when we first built the studio, and that was one of the first releases on SpiritHouse Records.
Did that tune, Long Way Down, did that get radio play?
That's a good question. There's a song called Broken Light on the record that got most of the AAA radio play, but Long Way Down probably got a little bit, at least in the area. I'm sure it did.
I remember it. I don't know why. It just really just brought up some really good memories when I heard it. And Matt Hebert's song Gateway Drug.
Cool. Yeah, I love that song as well. So that's a kind of interesting approach on that record. Matt had moved from Northampton to Santa Fe. So I flew to Santa Fe with a little mobile recording rig and recorded Matt singing and playing guitar. And then I brought it back here and recorded all the rest of the tracks with local players. Some of the guys from LuxDeluxe, my nephews that play in LuxDeluxe, and Paul, my partner, who played all the wacky vintage keyboards that are all over that record. So basically that's how we did it. We captured Matt first and then did everything else up here at the studio.
Well, we've got some more cool songs coming up for the next set. And I guess this one will start out with a really playful tune by the band Yes Darling, The Things You Could Be.